Yo, what's good, guys? I'm currently live on YouTube. I'm gonna give a few more minutes for everybody who wants to join. This is my first live stream right now. I just want to make sure everything's going good. You guys can jump on here, ask any questions, and I'll answer them as we go on. So once again, I'll give you guys a little insight about me. And let you guys get on here. First, I'm going to drop a quick update on eBay or on Facebook. Let everybody know where I'm at. And just share this, Rick. Not sure how to share this yet, so I'm still brand new to it. So I will post it in Facebook. Give me a minute, guys. Brand new to this, so it's going to be a little. I'll probably be on here for at least 30 minutes to an hour. I'm not sure yet. So let me just post something real quick, guys. Again, I'm sorry. New to this. Just give me a minute. Got the magic concoction right there. Non-alcoholic. It should be. Oh, nice. What's up, guys? What up, Jeff? Glad to have you on here, man. Yes, I definitely remember meeting you in what's it called again? Paul's meetup. It was awesome. Good time. If you guys have any questions or anything else, just feel free to post them. I'm gonna post in one more group real quick. See if I'm allowed to. I don't know. I got kicked out the other day. What? Still kicked out. I don't know why, but I'll have to get in later. All right, so I posted on Facebook group and a couple other spots. So basically, I'm just gonna go over right now just a couple of key things like where I'm at with my drop shipping business. So August happened to be what month are we in? We're in October. We're into November, September, October, September, August, September, October. September happened to, yeah, September. I'm sorry. I'm just losing my train of thought. It's been a busy day. September happened to be my best month. I did $122,000 in sales. It was fucking awesome. Like I was killing it and making moves. So for whatever reason, I was under eBay's radar, it seems like, for drop shipping, which was fantastic. Up until this month, which I'm still rocking it, but it's just not at 100,000 yet. So that's where I'm trying to get back up to. I did 70,000 between two accounts this month, which is it's still pretty good. Like there's nothing, to say like that's too negative about it. Just not where I want to be. I had a lot more higher expectations. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to improve my ability to move forward this month. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm implementing new tactics, and what seems to be the hardest area for me right now is dealing with some of these service metrics. I've gotten a decent grasp on them, but they're not that great yet. So I'm going to keep hitting hard on them and just keep piling them and just keep going. Basically, the service metrics, what they do is they add an extra 4% on your listings, and it starts to take away from your overall profit percentage. So like if you're running margins that are between like something like me, sometimes I do like as low as 7%, and 7% is a good profit. If you're making 70,000, that's about 4,900. You subtract that from all your that's after you pay your PayPal store fees, but after you subtract that from your software costs, let's say you're running software at about 2,000, you're still coming home with about 2,900, which isn't bad. But now with this 4% increase on top of that, your profit margin goes from 7% to 3%. So if we're going to do the math, what is it? 2,100, you're covering your software costs, and the 2,000 extra that you were supposed to make in profit is now like going back towards eBay to cover some of these service metrics. So it's a big issue. It hasn't hit me that bad, like where it's like that detrimental, but it's a good chunk of change that I'm trying to get rid of. So service metrics by far number one issue that we're gonna tackle this month. And then Jeff's also asking how many items I got listed. So when I did 122K, I think I had maybe 11,000, maybe a little bit less. Right now, I'm still, I don't even think I've hit 12K yet. That's between two accounts. I got one really big account, one other one that's still turning into a new account too, and just growing exponentially right now. Still doing pretty good. Jeff's also asking, is it open box hurting you? It's a mix. Like it's hard to say. Even on my new account, I just got flagged with some service metrics too, and it's just like it's hard to tackle this issue because like people come up with different reasons for returns, and just implementing new things that could potentially hurt you in the long run. So I'm doing my best to just tackle it. Open box definitely is probably my biggest issue with it. So what I did between my two accounts, and I'll explain this to you guys, like what was working like crazy good for me, and I'll go over this tactic, it doesn't really matter. But I was combining open box with new items, and my sales were exponentially increasing. When everybody was like, oh yeah, my sales are shrinking due to what was it? They were all saying like, oh, in April, like my eBay stores are like tanking and stuff. So I came up with a new strategy, and I combined like my open box items compared with new items, and my sales went through the roof. It was phenomenal. I was killing it. And every month it was increasing up until last month, the month before October. I'm just losing my train of thought. But that's when I did 122K. This month we took a large dip. It was about a 50K dip down to about 70,000. But what I did is to test a strategy out. Now there's something called skin in the game. I think Paul happened to hit me with this, and it makes the most sense, and it has to do with money. So I have a little saved up from my business. I knew this was going to happen, so I'd already implemented tactics to come through with this. So what I did is I split both stores up. Instead of running open box on both stores, I split open box and new items into two stores. So what happened is sales went down on both of them. Nikos, what's up, man? I'm sorry I haven't gotten back to you, and I'll get back to what I was talking about. Just been busy, man. I'll promise I'll get back to you too. But what I'm trying to say is like, so that's how I tackled it. So that was my first overcoming of the service metrics, and I'm still going through it. It's just a battle. You got to be there. You got to come in every day. You got to show up, and you just got to try different new things. You know, if you Tom Cormier, my boy, says same things over and over again. He's like, definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over again. So you make a change, you see if it works. If it doesn't work, okay. I like to wait about a month's time. Like if that doesn't work, then we try something new. And other really top-notch drop shippers are doing other things too. I know Dropship Tyler's trying new tactics. I'm sure Paul is doing a couple of different things. I got my boy Tom doing a couple of things. I'm sorry if you hear my dog moaning in the bathroom. He's just he gets jealous when I'm talking to you guys and not paying attention to him. But Manny, stop. So yeah, but other than that, like that's how I'm trying to tackle some of these service metrics issues. also along with that, so what I've changed now is I went back to some of the old tactics and I was like, all right, if it worked before, there's a potential that it could work again. So I moved my open box items on one account to some of my new account, and I'm testing that theory as well. And what I'm trying to see is that maybe within the thanks Jose, and I can see how Dropship Tyler was saying this before. It is distracting when you guys are like saying stuff, but don't stop. But I do kind of look over here and be like, all right, what's going on? But I appreciate it. Ask any questions you got, and I'll answer them, guys. And I appreciate you guys being on my first live ever. Once again, I'm sorry this is like a little bit shaky and like I don't have like a a lot to talk about. But you throw comments out there, I'll answer them. All right. Anything you guys got questions about, hit me up. And thanks for the 100K. Congrats, man. It was tough, but so what I'm implementing now for the service metrics is I'm combining my open box and new items back again, because like, all right, I increased my amount for profit. So now it's at about a 4%. So my bottom line would be about 4%. And I still get about 5% on the back end. And that's going to make up for a lot of the difference. So I'm still making 5% profit, even on those items that are still getting hit with the 4% on the front end for the service metrics. I was able to get it down to 2 categories. I think in the beginning I was at like 6, and like I was like, this is absolutely insane. So they were like roasting me on there. And then I also was able to drop my delayed shipping time. They increased my shipping time because like I was getting a lot of INR cases, and I wasn't handling it as appropriately as I could have been. And that's what I'm trying to adjust right now with my VAs, and we're going to handle that this week as we're going forward. So that's where I'm at with my service metrics. If you guys have any other questions, like feel free to hit me up. Also with drop shipping, I want to let you guys know within the dropship community, I've had access to some really high-end people, and I actually posed a question like, somebody who happened to be on the inside and knows some top dudes who are working on with eBay. I was like, yo, is the throttle real? And they're like, well, it kind of is. And like it's a kind of, because like eBay is implementing procedures to limit some sales due to TOS reasons, so like terms of service. So that's what the answer I kind of got right now. I don't want to say it's like fully implemented, because like I'm not trying to tell you guys like there's something going on when I have no idea. But the guy who I heard who was on the inside was giving us some information, and he said it has to do with terms of service and like violations and things like that. Do I know if it's going to get changed in the future? Not sure. Do I know if eBay is making moves to change it or what could happen? I'm not sure. As soon as I hear things, I'll let you guys know. But that's what I do know right now. So it is interesting, and we're going to see how it goes from there. Let me just answer some of these questions. Can I sell without Zik Analytics, Brian? Just only get the data from Amazon. Also, it's possible to work with 15 or 18% in every product. All right, so that's a good question, Nikos. For Zik Analytics, it's just a great program to have. It's going to help you find like hot items. If you're going to use a software that has a locator in it, so 2 softwares that I have used that have locators are SaleFreaks, which is what I'm working with right now. I'm actually 100% on board with SaleFreaks. They support me, and they're going to help. I'm actually launching a YouTube channel with them in the future, probably within the next few weeks. So you guys see me on there too. I work with them on the back end, but they have a locator that you can use to actually source products instead of using Zik. I combine Zik with their locator, and I find it extremely efficient and a really strong blend of platforms. I started with just Zik, and I still think Zik is an amazing product. I wouldn't go off of what Amazon sales are, because Amazon sales don't dictate what sells on eBay. It's and like it would make more sense if like it worked that way, but what some people buy on Amazon isn't necessarily the case of what they're going to buy on eBay, and it changes periodically, so you never have like 100% certainty of what's going to sell. But Zik Analytics usually sources sold items that are sold on eBay, which is a better representation of what's been selling on eBay, if that makes any sense, Nikos. Another software that I've used is Profit Scraper. Profit Scraper has a great locator tool as well. It allows you to scour through other sellers using their scraper tool, and you find their hot items based on whatever your margins are, or whatever items you are looking for, your quantities and things like that. If it's sold in X amount of time, and you can list them on your store, and that's Profit Scraper. So to answer your question, I would just try to stick with Zik, and that is my number one game right there. So if you can, Nikos, but if you want to just get a software, Profit Scraper is a good one, or Sale Freaks. They're both really good. Sale Freaks is going to do it a lot faster and have a lot more products that you can do. So that's my 2 cents on that one. I have right now 1,400 items on eBay US, and I get only 1 sale or 2, sometimes nothing. I use Sale Freaks. Please, any advice and help, please? Yeah, definitely, man. All right, I'll hit you right now. So your profit margins could be too high. You want to adjust your profit margin. And this is good because, like, I got to go down, and I'm going to be teaching everybody who's like who's getting started and like how to get to this level where I'm at. Like I'm still doing 70K this past month. It's not bad, but it's not at 100K where I want to be. So I'm starting another store this month as well, and I'm going to try and walk you guys through it to get you guys where I'm at. And hopefully with that third store, it'll push me over 100K. This month I'm still doing pretty phenomenal. But with the 1,400 items, like maybe try reducing your profit margins. Like that's a good way to go in the beginning. Also, when you're using your locator tool, hot and very hot items for new items, that's like it. You should only be using those because those have proven sales records. So you want to source those hot items, all right? Make sure your global settings are set up correctly. That's a big issue that I know a lot of people don't really understand, but like there's a big difference between probably like how my store is being run and your store is being run just because of global settings. If you were to go, and I'm not going to do it in this live session, but within Sale Freaks, we're going to go over this, and this is probably going to be our first webinar that we're going to work on together. And what I want to show you guys is like how to set up your eBay settings correctly, because you want to make sure most of your listings are fast and free as the most that you can, because that has a better chance of selling. Make sure you have 30 days for your return period. Your items are proven to sell better than that, and also the 1% promoted listings actually add a lot as well. So if you have 1% promoted listing, I do it on every listing. Recently, I was just in a discussion today, like promoted listings have what's the word I'm looking for? Like the stats for it have been dipping. I'm using my hand here, I know, but it's like it's been shown to dip a little bit. But if you were to look at it in the past, like there's no reason that you shouldn't be like changing from it yet. If you have like multiple stores where you can test it, like you can. I know some of my boys are changing their tactics right now, and they're trying to separate it. Like, hey, what if we try not using promoted listings versus what if we do? What I've noticed is like using promoted listings still raises your chances of sales. So I'd also try that. And that's what I would go with top motivational videos. I hope that answers your question. All right. Jose Galeras, I hope I'm pronouncing your last name right. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. What is your opinion with the eBay changes? Don't you think you should be good focusing on other DS like Shopify, where it is your store and you make the rules? Being that BDS, and for 2 years now, done €500 okay last year. Yeah, like that's definitely an option. I understand exactly what you're saying, Jose. Like I'm still making money on eBay. I'm still doing really good, and I just started like this past year, and I was able to get it up to 120 some K. I mean, of course, there are always going to be challenges that are popping up, but it's like, so Paul has a great what's it called again? He had a great saying. He's like, he celebrates every time that eBay makes a change. You know why? Because the amount of people that you're competing with decreases, so the chances of you succeeding increases. So it's like it's just a new barrier you got to get through. So yeah, right now there's a lot of changes, and they happen very quickly this year, a bunch of them in a row, and it's just like, okay, well, you got to take some hits, take some blows, like see where you're getting knocked around, and you got to figure out a way to combat it. So yeah, I think it's still a great platform to make money on. I'm still making money on it, and I'm trying to teach other people how to make money on it. My next, venture is to go into Amazon. I'm trying to get into it by next year. I would like to create more eBay stores. It's where I'm familiar with right now, and it seems to be my best platform at the moment. And my next venture is to move on to Amazon. Am I there yet? No, not yet, but I'd like to be there by move into Amazon, and we'll see how it goes. All right, Nikos is just saying thanks. No problem, Nikos. Get back to check your inbox soon, man. Yeah, definitely. I'm about it, man. I'm sorry. I've just been busy. So Galeris is saying in the last 12 months. Yeah, like I'm saying, Jose, like I did my greatest sales right after the April dip. Like everybody was freaking out. And my boy came up with a strategy of creating multiple stores. I didn't even do that. I just listed open box and new items. And I was like, I'm still too new at this. I was like, oh, let me just see how this works out. And it did phenomenal for me, man. I'm telling you, I rose my store up to 122K. I can prove it. I got stats for you. I even got stats for 70K. I just did it last week. I'm not bullshitting. I'm not a bullshitter. So that's what I'm trying to help you guys with. So let's get social info. Damn, got to go to work, getting on the train. Will this have a rebroadcast? Yeah, definitely, man. I'm going to save all this info and have it ready for you guys. No problem. Like I said, like this is my first live. I'm sorry if it's a little all over the place. I'll get better with this at time. This is my first go, like just trying to get into this and, just trying to learn. So if it's a little rocky, if I'm not hitting on all your questions in a correct way, over time I'll get better at this, I promise. So yeah, this will definitely be rebroadcasted, man. So you can always check it out on YouTube. I'm gonna have it up there, and any questions that you guys have posted, I'm gonna try and answer. So even if you got a question, let's get social info, like drop it on here. And like I'll answer it, and like while you're on the train tomorrow, you can listen to it. I do the same thing, man. I run back like 5 or 6 top drop shippers like info on my way to work. I got a 12-hour day tomorrow. I'm getting ready for it. It's easy money, so might as well get it and then get home and get the rest of the money. You know what I'm saying? All right, Lazy Abram, ever worth listing warm items? It is like it's getting less worth it in my opinion, but like listing warm item, and he's talking about Sale Freaks. Warm items is a icon you can choose in your Sale Freaks, and it has a variation between cold, warm, hot, very hot, and I'm missing one in between there, but like it gives you a variation of when the items have sold, and it's based on sold quantity, how hot the item is to sell, and like if it has a really high chance of selling. It's worth listing warm items, I think, for open box items if you're going to do it in the beginning and start off with that way. They still sell, and I'm not going to lie, they still sell on my open box account. I was moving a lot of warm items. I choose to steer away from them now, and I'm only going towards hot and very hot items. And I'm saying that because I'm trying to get the best out of my sales as possible. So that's why I say that. I try to go for hot and very hot. Like I think those are the two really good ones to go with. So that's my answer to that, Lazy Abram. All right, Jose is asking, yeah, sure, I do make money and I have all outsourced and it's where I make my money, but I just think it's worth to try to get your own store as margins will be better. That's all. You have Jose. I'm definitely not arguing with you at all. I think you're onto a great track as well. I think Shopify is a great avenue to work with, but I just want to let you know, like, don't leave money on the table. You know what I'm saying? Just because one source is getting harder to work with, like, doesn't mean there's still not money there. And what I mean by that, so I recently talked with another guy. I'm not going to throw his name out, but he's a really good, cool guy. And I was asking him questions because he just did over 100K this past month too. And I'm like, what are you doing differently? And he's just like, not really much, but he's using other sources. And I know other people are using other sources and doing phenomenal as well. It's just finding what fits best for you, making those changes to be more competitive with the market. And like, it's not as easy, let's say, as it used to be, but that doesn't mean there's still not money there to be grabbed. It may be a little harder to find, but those who are willing to work will usually reap the benefits of it. And like Jose, more power to you to going for Shopify or Amazon. I'm definitely going to meet you there too. I'm just like, I know that there's still money buried here and I'm still going to keep digging. So that's how I feel about making moves to go to other platforms right away. Like I said, in Amazon, I'm already working with it. I'm trying to get it started by January. Like that's the goal. If it happens, it happens. Like I'm still running for it. So, like I said, there's a lot going on with me and Sale Freaks right now, and we have a lot of things in the works. But I would like to get started on what's it called again? On Amazon by January. And I'll let you guys know how that's going too. It's probably going to be rough in the beginning, just like eBay was. It's probably going to be a lot of me falling on my face constantly 24/7. That's what I do. And then I just like, try and pick myself off and just start up again. And that's one thing you guys got to realize, like, if you're just getting started or like you're brand new, which I know a lot of you guys asking these questions really aren't, it's you gotta fall on your face a few times, and like as many times as you fall, if you keep picking yourself up, you're gonna get better over time. It's gonna happen. Okay. All right. So top motivational videos. My settings on Sale Freaks, eBay 9.15, and PayPal. Yep. The profit range is 4 to 20%, and look here, I only use hot and very and super high. Oh yeah, super high. Super high is the last setting. Yeah, that's great, man. That seems like it's good. By judging by your PayPal fees, I'm guessing you're international. So yeah, unfortunately, that's like you have to deal with those international fees. They're also, I don't know if they're working on it, but if that 5% cash back is probably really good for you guys as well. If we find a way over here to implement it for international, I'll let you guys know. But I know you guys, we have an advantage being in the U.S. over the international sales right now because we get the 5% cash back card, so it helps big time with sales on Amazon. So I know that for sure. Lazy Abram, it's hot, very hot, and super hot. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I was messing up on the last one. But yeah, I would list hot, very hot, and super hot, or just very hot and super hot. So I know hot, very hot, and super hot is a good combo. Like that's probably one of the best. I sure agree with you on that. Lazy Abram, currently just sourcing from Amazon since I'm still new and seems easier to manage compared to other sources. Yeah, that's true. Amazon's probably the easiest. Like I said, like if you have any questions about other sources, like the sources I've been through are Amazon, Walmart, and Home Depot. And I specifically just stopped and moved just straight to Amazon recently within the past, I would say 3 months. It's been a good change, and I've been killing it since. Like I have no complaints. Walmart's a great source. It was just I wanted to organize everything and have it all automated in the best, easiest way and fastest way for my VAs to handle. So I shrunk it down to just all Amazon listings, and that happened to work really good for me. I know some of my other buddies are still doing Amazon or Walmart and Home Depot, and I'd like to go back into Walmart starting off because it's a little more easier to automate. And as you go down the list, like you get to Home Depot, it's a little less harder. It's a little more harder to automate, and like you keep going to outside sources, it gets harder and harder. It takes more time, but there's more profit margins around in those areas too. So I'd like to experiment with different ones in the future. Like I said, Walmart and Home Depot, I made like good money off of. Home Depot, probably the highest profit margins. Walmart, second highest. Amazon's a low ball game, but it's based on quantity, it seems like to me. Let's see. Lots of money to be made in eBay, and with the changes, if you keep persisting, you will make more. But I just hate giving that much to them. Nice Q&A. I'll make sure to sub so I know when you're on again. Thanks, Jose. I appreciate it, man. Like, yeah, guys, if you could subscribe to this channel, I'll do more Q&As, and like I'm always open to answer questions. If you guys post on my YouTube, I know a bunch of you guys had asked questions. I'm sorry I haven't gotten back to you. I was just pretty busy. I was prepping up for this YouTube Q&A today, and I will answer those questions. I'll have more on here, and I'll just give you guys more feedback on what I'm going through. And yeah, it definitely sucks, Jose, with all this money that eBay's taken from us. Like obviously it's to get their investors better returns on their investment. I think over the years it's been like a steady slow growth, but they decided like they were gonna put the hammer in the coffin this year and really just go hard for these investors. And it makes kind of sense because like their biggest competitor is Amazon. If you're really going to look at it, they find that their competition is Amazon. So they're trying to just compete on a business level. What's it called again? So they're going to go hard as much as they can and provide as best service. What they're trying to do is provide a better platform than Amazon so that more shoppers tend to choose eBay over Amazon, even though possibly I don't think many shoppers look at eBay the same way as they look at Amazon. And I think eBay had a great program they were offering before. They just want to make sure that they're staying relevant and consistent with the time. So they're just trying to change everything to stay relevant with Amazon. But again, like they still need us. Like sellers are what drives eBay and makes their profit. So they do need to listen to the sellers. So in some ways, it could be that eBay right now is just trying to, make the platform better for the buyers in the long run, and then slowly change over and make things better for the sellers like later on, so that they increase their profits and they keep their profits. So that's if it were my business, maybe that's what I would do. That's what I could see them doing. So maybe just work on like one aspect of the business first, and try and get everything moving back towards the sellers later on. One of my boys said this the other day. He was what's it called again? He's like, the faucet's turned off a little bit for us right now, so it's like still trickling. Everybody's still making money, but he's like, what happens when they just decide to turn the faucet back on? So. And like I was just thinking about it. I was like, I wasn't even thinking about that. But eventually, what if they just like, all right, like we're gonna change up stuff. We tried this aspect of it. It wasn't working as well as we thought it was, and we're just going to go back to the old tactics, and that could possibly happen. So I was just like, yeah, that's a great mindset to think about it. If you're gonna think about this business, always try and go as positive as you can. Negative outcomes come, but try and keep a positive mindset about it. You'll tend to drift more towards positive outcomes if you keep a positive mindset about it. It's true with life. For whatever reason, it just happens that way. I don't know why. Currently I'm just gonna go back. Top motivational videos, how to be top rated seller because of AMZO. Gotcha. I'm gonna do a video about this. I'm getting my stores top rated right now. I'm in the process of it. I have friends who have consistent top rated stores. There's a software that is a Chrome extension that you can get called Tracker Jack. I highly recommend getting it, implementing the tactics used in it. I'll go over a video about it. That's one of my next videos upcoming. It will help you get top rated seller status. It's important. I can't remember the percentage of increased sales that my boys have seen, but I think it's like 15%. So 50% extra in visitors increases on your end anyways, because it gets you more profit, more profit because you have more visitors coming to your page, because you're providing metrics that eBay likes. So that will help you. Tracker Jack is the name of the software. It's a Chrome extension. Look it up in Google Chrome, download it, and thank me later. If you can, I'll send you my I got a link for it. If you guys want to click on it, that'd be cool. It just helps me make money. So it'd be cool if you guys want to click on it. If not, it's all good. I don't really care. But but eBay won't be the same as Amazon. I think they make a mistake, as eBay are an auction site. But hey, as long as I make money, I will be here. Yeah, no, I agree, Jose. I'm with you 100%. Like I think of eBay as an auction site as well. Like I don't understand why they think they're competing with Amazon, but I think because Amazon took a lot of their the money that they were making, like they feel the needs to adjust to make it as competitive with Amazon as they can. A lot of businesses are feeling the wrath of Amazon right now. I know Walmart is. You got a lot of big corporate brands that just can't keep up with Amazon. I mean, look at Toys R Us. Toys R Us is a name brand store. Like people love Toys R Us. Like you mentioned the name Toys R Us, like who's not going to know what they sell? I mean, it's in their name, but like people know Jeffrey the Giraffe. Like people know Toys R Us for their like great family toys. You know what I'm saying? So it sucks. And like one of the main reasons they went out, just competition, and Amazon just like beat them with the prices, Like for me, I know I used to go to Toys R Us, test out some toys, be like, oh shit, I like this. Like I'm not gonna spend this money on it though. I'll just go to Amazon and buy it on there, and then not go back to Toys R Us. I like the experience. Everybody like walking through it, but you're not gonna spend the money on it. So I think that's how eBay's feeling. Like they're like, okay, we're looking at other businesses, getting knocked out. So right now, let's make some changes to provide better investments for our investors, and to also increase our profits on the back end, and to try and just provide a better experience. And unfortunately, sellers are last, but I think they'll make their way back around. They're going to have to. They're going to have to appease the sellers as well. In my mind, that's what I think is going to happen. Let's keep going. Blah, blah, blah. Got to go to bed. It's almost 1 a.m. in UK. Thanks for your time. Hopefully you get back to 1. Yeah, definitely, man. I appreciate it. Get some sleep, Jose. I got to get up at like 2 a.m. too in a few. So I'm totally understand where you're at, man. And definitely hoping to be at 100K, maybe if not by November, by December, definitely I'll be back up there. I'll share you guys with the process too. So I could do it with 2 stores. I got up to 122K, just got to make some changes and adjust. That's it. I'll get back up there. I ain't worried about it. Busto, Toys R Us might be making a comeback. Yeah, Lazy Abram. From what I've heard, like they're still working with, coming back into play as well. So I haven't heard too much about it, but I have heard that they may be making a comeback, and that would be cool to see, coming back from bankruptcy and just declaring it for 1 year, maybe to avoid, paying taxes. And also there's some benefits to saying that you went bankrupt as a business or a corporation for a year. You can get a lot of money that you lost back or something. I don't know, don't quote me on it, but like I know there are benefits to it. Like you could tell there's benefits from it. And I'll give you one prime example. Donald Trump has claimed bankruptcy a few times, and I know, he's still doing fine. He's president of the United States, but like, just because you declared bankruptcy doesn't mean you're defeated altogether. So it would be cool to see them make a huge comeback. So I'll keep this open for a few more minutes, probably about 5 minutes. If you guys got any questions, just give me 1 sec. I'm just going to go see what's up with my dog. I apologize for this. He's just going nuts. Man, what's up? All right, easy. All right, easy. Yeah, once again, you guys are taking all his attention away, so he's jealous. Come on, guys, hit the like button, give some love to him. He's giving great tips. Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Like, ask away. I'm an open book right now, so just like thoughts on Chili Hunter over Zik. Yeah, like any software questions, anything you guys, motivation, whatever you guys want to hear. Like I'm down to give you guys some good tips, good info, and like how to keep pushing forward. Because like name of the game is to keep moving. All right, like as many challenges as you face, just keep pushing forward. It's gonna happen in life. It's gonna happen in business. But like, how bad do you want this? Like, you just gotta you gotta wake up every day. Like, I gotta go to work tomorrow. I fucking hate my job. I don't hate it, but it's not where I want to be the rest of my life. I like to travel the world. Like I have ambitions just like anybody else. And that's what I'm trying to do. This is going to help me get there. And I'm sorry for going on that rant, but sometimes I like to. Thoughts on Chili Hunter over Zik? Zik 100%. Tried Chili Hunter. It's it's just a little bit all over the place for me. Kind of like my mind right now, but I do like Zik over Chili Hunter. I have good communication with Nahar. I've actually talked with a couple of the guys from Zik Analytics. They helped me out in the beginning. Zik was the #1 software I was recommended in the beginning, and it's the top software out there. Chili Hunter, I'm sure, is a great software. I'm just not a fan of it, to be honest. Like, I have more experience with Zik Analytics, and I like Zik Analytics more. So that's just my opinion and my feedback of it. And I think it's a great software. So definitely Zik 100% over Chili Hunter. That's just me, though. So what is your profit range on sell freaks? All right, so I'll give you the rundown. Top secret sauce right now. You ready? Check this out. So 5% on the back end. I make sure I get that 5%. I'm also tax exempt. To get tax exempt, you have to talk to your CPAs. It's getting complicated now. It's not going to be easy. And I'm not like 100% sure on all the tax questions, and I can't answer them because I'm not a certified professional, okay? I have a meeting coming up with my tax guy probably within some time this week, and I'm a little late on it because some of my other boys are making those changes already, but I'm going to be coming back to it, okay? So tax exemption is another bonus that I have. Cash back, Mr. Rebates, make sure you're using them, especially if you're drop shipping on Amazon. It's been the #1 cashback site that I recommend, and it's shown the best results. It takes like 90 days to get your money back, but it's free money, all right? So definitely jump that in there. Now, profit margins depends on if your service metrics are hard. Right now, I'm at a 0% profit margin. Why? Because I have to battle these 4% service metrics. So Sale Freaks is implementing new things. I don't want to give away, too much of the inside, but they're implementing ways to tackle these service metrics, and they're going to be coming out with something within hopefully this month. So it'll help me bring them down. When I'm going back to that, if I'm selling new items, I'd sell them at 2% to approximately 10%. And that'll be my profit margin on the front end. For new items, open box items, I range from like 4% to like 25, I would say. So that's where I would go. And then like just rack up whatever I can. If it pushes to 25, so be it. I've had items sell at, I made $35, $40 profit sometimes, like on the front end, just by doing that. So it works. But yeah, that's secret sauce. So if you guys want to run with it, run with it. But there's, that's what I got right now. What else, Brian? Thanks in advance, Nikos. I got you, man. Like I said, I'm here. Like, ask any questions. So, I appreciate you guys. I'll answer this one. Also, tell me something about the tax exemption at Amazon. If I have already registered my business legally, can I get the tax exemption at Amazon by myself and not need an account? No, you really need to talk to an accountant. It's 100% the right way to do it. If I were to advise you of any other way, it'd be a mistake on my end and a mistake on your end. And I'd rather you do it the right way. So it's definitely a better option to speak with an accountant or a certified professional accountant, because you're going to get the best advice from them, not from me. They're up on all the laws. Like I said, I got to make sure I'm getting back up on all these laws as well. It's extremely important. You don't want to mess around with that stuff, all right? How do you use 5% cash back? Do you buy gift cards or what? All right, this is the last question I'm going to ask. And then that's it for right now. But for the 5% cashback cards, like I don't screw around with gift cards. I just do it like, 5% cards. What's it called again? I lost my train of thought. How do you use a 5% cashback? Do you buy a gift card? No, I don't use the gift card technique. I actually just buy the item outright with just my cashback credit card, and it works efficiently for me. I lost a business account through Amazon, and I just got it back today. So I'm extra money coming back towards me. So I'm happy about that. All right, Nico's last questions. Can you answer me to that, Brian? How many listings do you sell daily, and how many listings do you sell monthly? Also, have your net profit margin depending on your active? It varies, Nico. There's a lot of questions. I'll give it to you breakdown. Like I was just checking. I think it says it on one of the posts that I just did. I did 33,333 sales last month, and like this month I haven't checked, but like you can do the average. If you're gonna just divide it by 31 days, you'll get like your average, and then you'll see how many I sell a day. I don't know off the top of my head, but it looks, I'm not doing it right now. Net profit margin, it depends. Like net profit margin fluctuates. Like last month I took home like a little over 5K. Altogether I made 9K, but I left like 2K in the business to pay for these upcoming fees that I knew I was going to get hit with, and another 2 just in case like things fluctuated or something bad happened. So I took out 5K, so that was still pretty good. What part do you VAs play your business when fully automated? It's not, and that's a good question, Jeff. I was actually going through that today. Yes, am I going to fully automate it? 100%. There's still some things that I am doing that I shouldn't be doing that I'm going to have my VAs do. But 100% they should be able to automate it. With SaleFreaks, you could do one of 2 things. If I were to use SaleFreaks and I was going to teach you guys how to use it, I would not what's it called again? I would not hire a listing VA. I would just hire a customer service VA, and that's how I would do it. And by doing that, you save yourself a bunch of time. Like nobody wants to handle customer service. It's like the worst aspect of like any business. It sucks. I feel bad for customer service people now that I've done it for so long, and it's just not my number one thing to do. So yes, I will be 100% automated with SaleFreaks. All you need is a VA for customer service to give you the heads up. All right, that's the last question I'm going to ask right now. All right, top motivational, it's Arbyship. All right, last question, guys. That's it. But I appreciate you guys all for checking this live out. I'm going to do more in the future. Not sure what day it's going to be. I'll let you guys know. But thanks for coming in, guys, and help. And if you guys can, just subscribe, send me questions, tell whoever you know about me if they're interested in learning about drop shipping in general. And I got you guys. I'm an open book, so hit me with your questions. And if I don't get back to them right away, don't get pissed off at me. I got a life too. I work crazy hours, and I will get back to you. I've just been busy as well, and I'll keep you guys updated, just like I'm doing right now. All right, so thanks, guys, and I'll catch you guys later. Thank you for joining. Peace.